Yay! It is so much later than I had hoped to be here. It's 12:39 p.m. Hopefully, someone's going to join me here and we can talk about last week's video on testicles. I'm going to pull up Twitter. Come here, Twitter. Pictures of Kegel balls on my screen. Doing some shopping. Right, so let's look up Twitter and put that the live chat is happening. It's set as unlisted, I think, or private. So you'd need to get the link as a $4 plus subscriber on DoEyes. Let's try this. Live streaming for Patreon supporters happening now. I just love Twitter because I think that it's so concise. I appreciate that. But maybe no one will find me this way, and then we'll just have to open the live stream to everyone, all the peoples. I'm also going to pull up here the last explanations episode because what I want to do is finally read the comments on the testicles video. Usually I read them right after I've posted it while I'm organizing the description. I'm going through and seeing if there's anything that I need to address or if I've hurt anyone's feelings and correct that immediately. And I haven't done that because I wanted to save it as like a special live stream treat that we could all do together. But maybe I set up the live stream incorrectly and I can't actually get you to join me. Let's see. Well, should we open it to everyone? I'm going to. Here's an invite. Let's try this invite me button. Hangouts. Copy. Let's go over here to the interwebs and Patreon. Because maybe I just cut and paste the wrong link. So let's try doing the correct link and see what happens. Does this link work?
Well, the link that you sent via email seems to work.
Repost. Sometimes when you hit delete, when I hit delete, I've noticed that it goes back pages that I did not want it to do. So now I'm having to do a few things again. Let me log in here to Patreon. I like the coloring on the testicles episode. Purple and orange and red. I like it. Okay. Let's try this link. Maybe maybe. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. Hi there, people!
Hey, Lindsay.
Troy, who talks to me all the time, is here, which is so exciting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I can't hear Troy. Eva, can I hear you? Eva, you told me your last name and how to pronounce it before, but I can't remember.
Don't you worry. Normally, Eva is okay.
Eva. Okay, now I can hear you because I think what I had done is paused. Somebody's talking about a testicle exam. Okay, the video is playing at the same time. All right, so I'm really excited that at least the two of you are here.
I'm very
Very
excited.
cool.
It's
All right, so
good to know a little in advance, so I can turn it.
yes, I keep trying.
Yeah,
We'll see
you're
what
doing a good
happens.
job.
I'm here at, well, it used to be Nick's office, but
Yeah.
now it's Matt's office. And, well, so two people are in here now, but there's today's video, and behind me is some Hank on the wall. Okay, so what I want to do is look at the testicles video and read the comments because I haven't done that yet. And I think if it's okay with both of you, since you're the ones here, that I make this live stream public because I think it would be fun to have more people involved. Is that okay
Sure.
with you?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, that means then more people are going to see you.
That's fine.
Okay, good. I need to turn on the video then. Oh goodness, so much is going on. Do either of you have questions for me while I'm getting this organized?
No, I don't.
You don't? Do either of you do YouTube? Oh, go ahead.
As in making videos? No. Watching lots of videos,
Yeah.
but that's not the same.
It's so complicated. Oh.
I'm sorry, I can't help.
No, it's great. I'm just having a hard time going between accounts and figuring out how I can turn this on efficiently. It's all great. It's all fun, and I'm very lucky to be doing something that I love. All right, so there's an event happening right now. It's a live stream November 19th. And I want to make it public. Oh. I think I've done it. Okay. All right, shall we watch the video now? I'm assuming both of you have seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course I have.
Of course. Oh, I have also seen it, but I haven't read the comments because I wanted to save it for this very moment. Okay. Okay. Are we ready? can't, unfortunately, I can't see you at the same time as I read the read the comments. I don't think. Let me see if I can pull up the screen. Oh, maybe. I can. Great, awesome. I can see you both. Hey, so remind me where the two of you are.
Berlin.
Mechanicsburg.
You're where?
Pennsylvania.
You're cutting out. Mechanicsburg?
Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Well, I think our connection is not good, Troy, and yet somehow I am connected to you all day long. I get tweets from you and texts from you. Maybe not. Mechanicsburg? What's Mechanicsburg? There's an actual place?
Yes.
In Pennsylvania, I assume? Yes, okay. Nice. And Eva, where are you from?
Berlin, Germany.
Berlin. Wow. What time is it there?
10 to 9 in the evening. So very good time.
Good.
To
So neither of
join
you
a work
are
question.
in the middle of the night.
Well, not
That is wonderful. Matt would usually be here, but he went to get lunch. So it'll be us, and I'm going to read the comments here. All right. So misleading thumbnail. Double checked my testicles to make sure I don't have 5 or 6 balls. What? Oh. Could Sexplanations make a video to explain that fetal moment when body parts determined what biogender they were going to be? I would love to do that. That's so cool and fascinating. I think we need more research on it first, but I'm happy to address how that's not being addressed. There are 54 people who said yes to that. And then quite a few people who have actually responded to it as a question to say, here's what the answer is. And then Vance Corsi says, Dear Miss Doe, could you do a video on STD, STI testing? And then 101 people said that that would be really helpful. I've done the one on HIV testing, but I do think that a more comprehensive testing video would be helpful. Are there any requests that the two of you have since you're here? I feel like you should get all the say.
No, I feel like you usually come up with video ideas that are far more interesting than what I might have thought about. So
Oh, well, that's very kind.
To get an idea or get inside your head and ask all the things that you find interesting.
Okay. Oh, and then someone responded and said that there's difficulty with doing a testing video because it varies so much from country to country and state to state. So we'll see how I can do that. Dylan Fox said the whole time watching this, I was thinking, don't hurt the fruits, don't hurt the fruits. And of course you slapped the fruits. I did, when we were shooting it, I made a comment about how that might not actually be okay. And I said something to Matt about whether or not that hurt him when I did it. And then it was funny to me to watch the video and be hurt by it and think, oh, yeah, that's maybe I didn't need to demonstrate that. Oh, but clearly lots of people expressed being disturbed by it. Let's see. Someone talking about their own experience of testicular torsion. really bad swelling. And then, let's see. So cool, and I think when people self-disclose, because it's such an amazing way to learn from other people's experiences, and it gives permission for us all to be human and not have a sexuality based on what people expect of us or what media teaches us, but that full range of diverse sexuality. Wow, lots and lots and lots of people responded to the comment on having torsion. This person said, just thought it prudent to point out that even though there can be some pleasure had from light caressing or jostling of these puppies, it isn't like the penis, and that you should be very gentle. It's very sensitive. Only reason I mentioned is that someone was trying something new to turn me on and was far more rough with them, but didn't think she was being rough at all. Hi, Camille. Welcome to the chat. And who else is here? Kenton. Hey, Kenton.
Hello
How
again.
are you?
Oh, hold on. Oh, good.
Great. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Question. Are briefs bad for fertility and or health of the area in general? So there are actually male-designed contraception, which comes in the form of very, very tight underwear that will actually push the testicles up close to or into the body to raise their temperature so that the sperm are not as viable. And oftentimes when people are working on fertility strategies because they're struggling with it, they are advised to not wear tight underwear. But wearing briefs is not going to kill all of them. It's still possible to have your preference for briefs and get someone pregnant. Let's see, 5 comments. Look at that. So many people already answering the question. I love our audience so much. Can you explain how tucking works? I can. I should do a questions video and put that on there. Where's a pen? Tucking. Okay, it's on my to-do list. Lots of people have answered it, but mostly people are saying that's not how it works. More than 2, probably referring to the mandarins in the bag. Yeah, I read that the highest number of testicles found on a human being was 5, which is why I put 5 in the bag. Fascinating, right? Gay cis female and enjoyed this video thoroughly. Excellent. Looks like you had a ball making this episode. Ha ha, John Barr. Fair. Adorable. You're completely nuts, and that was both hilarious and informative. Thank you. Also, did you become a sexologist to undo the damage you did to your brother when you were children? I assume that's referring to me telling him that his balls were made out of peanut butter, and if the person has as clear of a memory about episodes as I do, there's also an episode where I describe taunting him about part of his penis being cut off. I did not become a sexologist for this reason, but I think there is definitely influence in that because I want to be a better person and make amends for the misinformation and misconceptions that I had, and I think that those are 2 that clearly stand out in my mind as things that I can correct because I relate to them. Okay, do any of you want to talk? I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
Unfortunately, I don't have headphones at the moment, so I'll wander off and go find some.
Does that affect you being able to talk?
It's like having the microphone unmuted and having no headphones in. You get some kind of echo, and it sounds awful.
Feedback, okay.
Yeah.
Is that why the rest of you are being quiet? Let's see. I think these are all responses. Okay. Scroll back down. Oh yeah, I forgot that I prompted people to ask questions. That's exciting. What's up with the sudden random testicular pain? I don't know. And interestingly, nobody responded to that person. That's definitely the kind of thing that you go directly to your medical doctor for or provider, because if it's random and not connected to something, that inexplicability probably means that you need a check. Blue balls are very real. I would really like there to be more scientific research on this topic, because since there isn't as much scientific data about this phenomena, some people think it isn't real. There's also a version for biosex females too, where the congestion of blood can cause things to slightly change color and then be painful because of the congestion. So I would love to do a whole episode about that.
Is there a name
I did
for
not
that?
know there's like how we have the colloquial name for blue balls.
Well, I mean, blue balls is called epididymital hypertension, right?
Right. So and also part of what I'm thinking of is priapism and how the penis can get engorged and the clitoris can get engorged. And I assume that really quickly here we could find, let's see, a name for it. I don't know it off the top of my head. Hi, Thomas. Welcome. Camille, you're at work, but you're listening? That's amazing. Oh, and Anne is here. This is so cool. I hope I'm not encouraging naughty behavior of all of you.
I mean, always, but...
Let's see. Alice is talking about it a little. Does Alice have a response? Alice! Okay, well I'm gonna look into this more. Blue ovaries. Question mark. Okay. I did not know that there was a practical reason for one ball to be lower than the other. And the thing about research in general and science in general is that people over the years have said things and have determined, based on the knowledge that they have and the research techniques that they have at that time, that something is. And what I have learned is that that's what we believe right now, and that's not necessarily always the case. So what we believe right now is that they're structured that way to prevent them from smashing into each other if the legs close or if something were to cause them to be more congested. But who knows? Maybe there's a reason that we are totally unaware of because we're limited by our human capacity. I don't know. So I am always trying to be humble and curious because it changes so much. Yeah. I think from my episode on female ejaculation, I referred to how what we were being taught at the time is that the fluid was beer piss from drinking too much alcohol. And I'm so glad that people continue to do research. And even when people do research, they find out that it's urine and it's not urine. And so, yeah, the most important thing I can teach you, I think, is to stay curious. Are testicles the organ that receives the highest pain? I don't know that, but that is such an interesting question.
I think it's still femurs. I think like a femur break is still one of the worst things, isn't it? I'm not sure. My understanding is that breaking a femur is like the most painful thing that can happen, like single injury. And having broken a bone and having been kicked in the nuts, I can say it's definitely not equivalent, like the bone is worse.
Okay. Maybe that's something that Hank can answer on SciShow. Most painful. What is the question is? Highest pain? Receive pain. He also did that whole episode on pain where I happened to flog him. But I don't remember that being in that episode. I just learned so much. I'm so excited. Yay! I'm having mine cut off. Jesus Jones is having their testicles removed, I assume is what that means. I don't know what blue balls means. Can you please explain yet, Lindsay? Yes, I can. And blue balls. It's so interesting to me that the things that I take for granted in terms of human sexuality and education still have to be broken down because people are deprived of information in a lot of ways. Not that blue balls is one of the most pressing things that I expect people to know, but it is surprising to me. If a human is intelligently designed, why do men have such a huge design flaw? I don't think they have a design flaw. Anyone? I don't get any pleasure sensations with my testicles. I always thought people in porn were lying because I know not all women get pleasure from having their breasts touched or groped. So some guys really do get pleasure from that, huh? So much dialogue is happening in the comments. It's amazing. I let out a very resounding involuntary no at 2:09. Can we take a consensus on... Oh, I want to read your comments here. On whether or not that was something that I should not have done. And by that, I'm referring to whapping the bag of oranges to demonstrate someone hitting testicles. Consensus?
I didn't really have a problem with it. I thought it was humorous.
How is it going? Your blonde is all gone. Okay. No? No one else had any problems with it?
Not really. I don't know, it can be kind of a visceral image, but those pass.
Okay. All right, let's see what else is going on here. What causes the testicles? I'm guessing this person is saying rescind back into the abdomen temporarily. I'm gonna write some of these down too.
Isn't that like a reflex? Like that's a typical reflex. Any kind of stimulation along the inner thigh causes testicles to ascend up into the abdomen. And it occurs in not only humans but also in animals as well. So there's different reflexes that cause the testicles to actually ascend up into the abdomen.
Yeah, I mean, when I was even doing research, it listed a bunch of reasons why they would go up.
Yeah, a doctor kind of described it to me once, how it may be an evolutionary process where as we were evolving in nature and in these primal environments, if something was to kind of, go after that general sensitive area, it was just a common reflex for our bodies to protect that very. I mean, it's an essential part of our existence. So, yeah, that's how they described it. I don't know if that's true, but yeah.
Well, let's do some research. I'll add it to the What's Going On with Blue Balls episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, people keep asking. They really want to know if blue balls are a thing.
Yes.
And some people are responding that, yes, they've experienced them. This person said, Eep, I found the last few seconds sexually exciting. Does that make me a bad person? Now I'm going to have to watch the last... Oh. Oh, that's funny. I forgot about the bloopers. Let's see. So for all of you who are here since I have started, I have been reading the comments of last week's testicle video because I wanted to save them for this live chat. But if you want to talk at all or you want to write things in the comment for me to read, so some of you are at work not doing your jobs, then I will read them and yeah, then answer them in a video or answer them right now. Let's see, Camille, what does blue balls feel like? I can describe it based on descriptions, but I think some of the people here could tell you.
It's like a swelling. It feels kind of like a slight painful swelling with a bit of tension and sometimes heat.
There you go, Camille. There's your answer. Even with the vagina, you can't like imagine that kind of swelling and heat of your vagina just being so turned on that it's
It's almost painful.
yeah.
But really, the truth is, it's just ready to go, and it just really feels like a swelling ache. That's about it.
There you go, Camille. Camille's got an ache, maybe a bit. Troy's learning. That's exciting. Oh, see, no one in particular says, I can assure you blue balls are real, though not really blue. They just make the rest of a guy blue when he has to stop at third base. What is, okay, so this person says, at 1:43 to 2 minutes, which I'm going to watch here in a moment, a common error in terminology that I was surprised to see you make is referring to testicles when you really mean scrotum. All right. Okay, so here is what I'm interpreting. Wait, let me try this. I'm going to play the whole thing one more time just to check. So I'm at minute 141. Hello.
Hello. You went public on the account, right?
What?
Is it supposed to be like the grab your
No.
Okay.
There were only 2 Patreon. Matt's here. Only
Oh,
2
there you go.
Patreon people.
Can't see me.
So
Oh, there you
I published it.
go. Hello, people.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't have a backup pair for you.
Back up what?
Yeah, I don't have another pair of headphones.
Oh, that's okay. Do you want to talk to them for a while?
Well, I gotta make the video.
Do you want him to talk to you, or
Oh,
do you
there's
want
other
him
people
to
in
make
here.
a video? Yeah,
Oh.
to chat.
Well, I meant like on camera. People talking to us that I can't hear right now.
Why can't you hear
We
them?
don't have headphones on.
Oh, you can hear them
They're
through the
probably-
computer.
Right, but they're probably talking now.
Someone say hi to Matthew.
Hi,
Hey,
Matthew.
Matthew.
Hello.
Aha! Okay. You actually don't get a choice whether or not he talks to you or he works on the video. He has to work on the video.
I'm making that choice.
He's making that choice. Alright, am I going to distract you if I finish this?
No.
Okay, I'm going to put these back on. We're learning about blue balls
What about
and
them?
the difference between scrotum and testicles.
All right. Are you trying to like distinguish what part hurts during blue balls?
No,
Are those unrelated notes?
those are unrelated.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what I found in the video is that this is talking about hygiene things like the testicles smelling or the testicles twisting and the testicles needing to be cared for, when really it would be the scrotum that needs to be cleaned. And I guess I am referring to this area as the testicles and the scrotum as their packaging. But I can understand how it's confusing. Oh, Troy says we're going to focus on reproductivity and you're going to focus on productivity.
That's like the way to look at it.
Yeah. Okay, back to the comments. I will get through these. Let me know if you want to say anything while you do your very repetitive, much appreciated tasking.
Probably be good to go.
Someone is very upset that I was going to eat them, so I responded that I ate 3 of them. Fernando asked, was I the only one who found this painful to watch? No, you weren't. I honestly don't know. Playing with your balls could be pleasurable until now. Interesting. Thanks for the vids. Why do they shrink over the age? Can we do something to redo or stop them from shrinking? That process is going to be different from everyone, but they have cosmetic surgery now for changing the size of your scrotum.
Is that due to the hormone imbalance that starts about the age of 30? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I know men start to decline in testosterone levels at the age of 30, and hormone levels dropping. Would that further the shrinkage rates?
I feel like
is that why
you are much more knowledgeable on this than I am. Oh, Duncan's coming back.
That's what I would assume.
Hi.
That's what happens.
Do you want to say hi? Or you want to walk by privately? Boop, boop. Don't look at Duncan.
Are you on a live stream or something?
Yes. Okay, well, I will check into it, but I think that you probably also have a ton of knowledge because you're very thoughtful and educated about sexuality.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the bids. Okay. That was hilarious, Doe. Good. What are some reversible male sterilization methods?
They're
There's
working on that.
Vasogel, I believe, is one of them, and it's a polymer that they inject into the vas efferens, and then it's effective for about 10 years. They've been using it in clinical studies in humans in India for, I don't know how long, several years. And it's currently in clinical studies in the U.S. They're going through rabbits and baboons right now and trying to get it to human clinical studies. It's highly effective. It works for 10 years, and it's fully reversible at any point in time during that 10-year period. And they've seen very few side effects from the use of this polymer. And the way they reverse it is by injecting another polymer into the vas deferens, and then it flushes out the original injection, and it basically restores viability to your seed or to your semen. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Ta-da!
And I think they're also working on a pill for men as well. But yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they have a
that's
bunch
where it's
going on. I think the controversy is why it's taking so long to create things for men when we just will so easily put things into women to stop them. And this idea that men's sexuality and virility needs to be protected so much more.
No. I want those options.
Yeah, seriously.
Me too. She was drooling when she was talking. Yeah, probably, says Thomas. I'm going to write braces. Just checked my balls are not oranges, turns out. I'm so fucking manly. Pulling them to extend orgasms? More explanations, please. Okay,
Kegels.
so but also the thinking that I have, and I have heard, is that if during the cycle of arousal the scrotum pulls the testicles up as it's preparing for orgasm, if you mimic those movements, then you move it through that cycle faster, whereas if you pull it down and away from the body, you slow that cycle process down. But again, we need more research.
I've found that deep breaths prior to climax help to kind of offset that process. So if I notice that I'm close to climaxing, I take deep breaths, and then I use Kegels as well to kind of stop that process. But it has to be a constant. It can't be like the fluctuating kind of pulse that an orgasm has. It has to be a solid Kegel and then a deep breath. And several of those will oftentimes prolong a climax and allow me to increase my endurance and then slow down the kind of that whole process of the overwhelming orgasm. So that's what I've found to be effective in my own experience. So take a deep breath, take a really deep breath, and squeeze, and just hold it there, and it'll help. Yeah, that's really all I can say. I know some people have had effectiveness with pressure in certain areas, but I don't. Kind of in that the grundle or the taint, and if you put pressure right there, sometimes that helps. But never really tried it, so.
Okay, well maybe you can do some experimenting by pulling your your scrotum down to see if that works.
Maybe sometime.
Case study.
I don't know when that will be. I can't give any promises on a deadline for that.
I really, really want to
Okay.
read the abstract for that study. See what they do with the control group. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll have diagrams.
I really want to
as well.
read the scientific, like,
Yeah.
very jargony term for scrotum pulling to extend orgasm.
Yeah, the foot pounds.
Attention, if you want to write the proposal, I'm happy to distribute it. Get us some funding.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I would totally do that. I think I can make that happen.
Okay. I'll post it on Tumblr. Okay. Let's see. Cork guitar. Oh, you should have totally synced that up with CC, A, and P. Could have been a great co-op video. Yeah, but that happens anyway. David says, uploaded for 3 minutes. When I click on it, it already has 8 likes and 126 views. That's some dedication from wide subscriber base. I agree. And then Gandalf too says, especially those of us who refresh every 2 minutes from 10 to 11 at night. Aww. And then here it is on Thursday afternoon. They've just been refreshing this whole time. Oh. Okay.
What do you think of scrotum pulling as a method for the extension of orgasms for persons with testicles? That's like the title.
I love it.
Okay.
Does it have a more user-friendly, like, 2-word title that is not scientific, that just sells it?
Oh man, those are less fun to come up with. Hold on.
Bag stretching? Oh, nice sweatshirt. I imagine that Duncan and Matthew are very odded out by what they hear me say out of context from what. Okay. We're setting up a research project right now.
That's why I kind of put together
Good.
about stretching balls and people.
Yeah. Excellent. Well done.
Context good. Tuning you guys out. So. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to do.
It's tuning me out. All right.
When you talk about anal prep, it's fucking I'm stretching balls right now.
Okay. Mark Morosi says, haha, did someone forget their meds this morning? No. Jay says, nice, lighthearted, but educational treatment of what could be an embarrassing topic. Thank you, and keep up the great videos. Keep the great videos coming. Look, Matt, someone is wearing our shirt.
That sweatshirt?
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, it's awesome. I was wearing mine this weekend. Well, not this weekend. When did we shoot? Monday. I was wearing mine on Monday. Really enjoyed this video as I've been curious about testicles for a while. Question if vasectomies only prevent sperm from getting into the penis. It's cutting off here. Does that mean that sperm are still being created? Yes. Can you have too much sperm to the point that it can cause health risks or problems? Interesting. Sperm overload. They will get reabsorbed into the body. Also, is there a way to maybe prevent the body from making sperm rather than just preventing them from getting into the penis? You could remove or kill the testicles, chemical castration.
Actually, you can apply heat. Heat is a
And
method.
heat.
Yeah, you can also use like a harness that actually holds them closer to the abdomen, and this is an effective method of. It's not really castration because you're not removing anything, but it does reduce viability in your sperm count. And so essentially you have to wear this harness that holds your testicles really close to your abdomen. It's like a jock strap, and they're really uncomfortable. And you walk around with this thing on for all hours of the day, and you have to wear it for about 2 weeks to a month for it to have any sort of effect. But it's very popular in areas like Israel and in the Middle East. Men wear these. And then baths, like sitz baths of temperatures of around 215 degrees, which is really hot. Not 215, 115 to 120 degrees, which is about your bearable range, right? I mean, that's about as much as a human can bear to stand without scalding heat. And you have to sit in that bath for about 45 minutes, 15 to 45 minutes a day, and then that will pretty much kill your sperm count. And there's no chemicals involved, it's just the application of heat. People have also used ultrasound to reduce fertility, and especially in males. So you can apply ultrasound to the testicles, and that will. But I believe ultrasound can be non-reversible. It can cause permanent damage, so you have to be very careful if you go that route. But the temperature methods are fully reversible, and they're effective for, I believe, I think up to 6 months is like when they're back to normal. But during that period of time, you're kind of getting back to normal. So you have to. It's a daily thing that you have to do, and yeah, I think once you have it in place with heat, it only has to be done like 2 to 3 times a week, something like that. There are clinical studies. You can look up research on this, where a few doctors actually took a group of males and they had them sit in hot water for like 45 minutes a day at 120 degrees, and then they tested them for sperm count over that period of the study. So it's pretty effective. I've tried it. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to maintain the temperature of the water, and then it's also really hard to bear. I mean, it's just really hot. And so getting that amount of heat into the kind of site and keeping it at that temperature, because your testicles are really good at dissipating heat. Like that's what the whole scrotum is built to do. It's built to like give your guys a cool breeze and keep them below your normal core body temperature. So I mean, you really gotta just sit there and soak them for like an hour, and it's really painful. But yeah.
So better methods exist, basically.
Yes, but it's cheap. It's a cheap method, but it's time consuming, and you're not taking any chemicals. You're not doing any physical alterations to your. There's no surgery involved. You don't have to wear something all day. You're not taking a pill during the day. So essentially, if you have a hot tub, you can sit in the hot tub for like an hour a day, and it'll pretty much get rid of your sperm count, and it'll lower it significantly. So I knew a man when I was in my adolescence who would forbid us from. He would basically say, "Are you guys haven't gone through puberty? You can't get in the hot tub because your testicles are still developing." And So even when I was very young, I kind of knew about the effects of heat on male reproductive organs. So, yep. Lindsay, I have to go. It was nice chatting with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad you were here.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So long since I've seen you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got a beard now. Thank you for hosting, and thanks for everybody who showed up. So, bye.
Bye. Okay. Anybody have any other questions before I go back to these comments a little and then say goodbye? They're all so quiet.
Very
I told this-
randomly, really not into the topic. Do you have a PO box or something? Because I know that you love mail, but I tried to find a way to send you a postcard and didn't know where to look.
Oh. I will post it right here. There are a couple videos that have the, whoa, let's see. 8147. Are we 59808 or 59807?
Go box.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5807.
Okay, now you have my address. If you send me a postcard, I will send you a postcard.
Great. Make sure to include my address.
Oh yeah, because that's not usual on a postcard. Good call. See, this person says, my heart fucking stopped when you slapped the fruit. And then, OMG, this episode, I can't even act my age. Well, this was certainly one of the most amusing entries in a while. At first, I thought she was going to say, and talk to your balls. Hey, you two down there, how are you? Hanging on well? Feeling a bit chilly?
I think you did in the bloopers.
I talked to them in the...
No, in one of the, you slipped up. It said something about talking to your balls in the, like, something we cut out. Like,
Oh.
You meant to say, like, talk to a doctor or something like that. And I think you said, talk to your balls. And I was like, I don't think that's what you meant to say.
Can you all hear Matt?
Probably not.
I heard it.
Yeah, you're saying yes. I guess I think you should talk to your balls.
They get lonely.
Yeah. Just hanging around all day. I can't believe she seriously had the balls to make this video. It was a good video and no one should be sacked. This person wants to know if they experienced permanent damage from a couple hard kicks to the scrotum. Can't tell if I'm really turned on by her or just really curious about her. I don't know that it's mutually exclusive. 300 meters. Yeah, right? I was getting a wee bit uncomfortable when you were peeling the ball.
Me too.
Oh.
Mandarins are delicious.
Yeah, I agree. I do not own testicles, but I enjoy the way you host videos. Oh, thank you. Host. I don't host videos. Looks like you had fun making this. I don't see this answered anywhere, so why do you turn your head and cough? Do you know, so I recently heard someone who is a little bit older than me say that when he was in school, they had to line up And all the boys would drop their pants at the same time, and then the doctor would just go boom, 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 all the way through, like no change of gloves, no washing of hands, just like.
But like we were taken into like a private room.
One at a time
One
into
at
a private room?
Yeah. Like, but we were like lined up, like, but it wasn't like we were all hanging out together.
No, he was describing it in a line, everyone pants down, ball, 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 ball.
It's like military style.
Yeah, but for kids, elementary kids. What? Okay. I really think you had way too much fun making this episode. What?
There's such thing as having too much fun.
Yeah, you tell them. Are you showing me how many screenshots I'm
We're all the thumbnails.
torturing you with?
Yeah.
Aww. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Matt is working really hard on this episode that is questionable. And so, even if you don't like the episode or the content, please just write all these amazing comments to Matt. Oh, and he has a new show, so he has multiple YouTube channels, right? He has his own channel, Matthew Gatos, and then he did The Warehouse for a while, and now he has The Matt and Maddie Show.
Kind of.
What do you mean, kinda?
That's kind of the name of it.
What is the name?
It's just
Matt and Maddie. Oh, but your Twitter is The Matt and Maddie?
So it's youtube.com/Matt and Maddie.
youtube.com/Matt and Maddie. If you want more Matt in your life. Camille says, thank you, will do. I don't know if Camille is referring to, sending me mail, but I'm going to pretend that Camille is saying that we're on it for the comments, the Matthew cheerleading. Okay, back to the comments. We're almost through. Poor oranges. Michael Dury says, well, Dr. Doe, you are very funny and well-informed. I just learned a vast amount of information about my balls that I did not know. If I was not married to my best friend and love of my life, I would ask you out because you made my day. Aw. We don't really know each other. My boyfriend won't let me touch his scrotum at all during sex or during arousal. That's a thing. When it's itchy balls, itchy is normal, and when it is, right. When is itchy balls itchy? Do it again. When is itchy balls itchy is normal, and when is it a problem? I think there needs to be a whole balls answering video. Balls questions. Dr. Doe is savage, peeling that tangerine. Damn, son. Why do testicles sometimes climb up and around the penis when being stimulated? Oh, the visuals are just amazing. I get a pain in my right testicle that is so far doctors haven't been able to find a cause for. Do you or anyone else have suggestions for pain management? Oh, I wish I was more informed about the male body. I would say a urologist specifically is the kind of medical provider that you would want to go to, and if one hasn't found a cause, to try another. And specifically ask them that even if you don't have a cause, can you give me a solution? Ah, look, somebody appreciated these nuts.
Yeah, my joke.
I've always felt that posture, clothing, weather, and have a way bigger impact on testicle temperature than being a couple inches higher or lower. Yes. Yes. When you smacked the balls, I literally cringed. Another person cringed. Great episode, Lindsay. I'm going back to track how many alternative words you say vulva in a prior episode on anatomy. I don't recall ever hearing you say pussy, gash, or the C word. Gash.
Yeah,
That's a
I definitely don't think you would have
terrible,
said
terrible
gash.
word. cunt I don't have a problem with. I quite like it.
It'd be weird if you were like clinically. Like,
If I called it a gash clinically?
I think either gash or cunt would be weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I think cunt is like such a big... Oh, no. They're not referring to in a clinical sense. They're referring to how, like, I did the same thing for balls, blah, da-da-da-da-da-da, and they're wondering how many slang terms I used for vulva.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I thought you were just saying, like, in the episode.
Here is a video about cunt anatomy. My ex grabbed and twisted my balls once when we got into an argument in bed. It hurt like hell. What are the effects of twisting the testicles too far? That's abuse. What are the effects of twisting the testicles too far?
End of a relationship.
Coercion. Again, a urologist would know. You can twist them, but it's when they are twisted that is the problem. And I wouldn't make practice out of twisting them either, but I need to do more research here. The lizard says, me, says these nuts all the time. Me, doesn't actually have nuts or a dick. Balls, I'm guessing a shot where you take a bite out of the tangerine was left on the editing floor would have been too cruel. Oh. So why does the doctor tell me men turn their heads and cough? I asked my boyfriend who has this done to him, who has done it for decades, and he didn't know. He never questioned it. I figured if someone was messing with the unfunny bits, anyone would have a sense to ask, but no. He just went with it, assuming the best. For why? And then 3 people responded. They're testing for specific movement from the testicles, ? They are pressing the tips of the 2 or 3 fingers in the area of the testicles to check for weakness in the abdominal wall between the intestines and the scrotum. For more details on pictures, see WebMD's link. Can you flex your balls? Don't slap the oranges. Do a video on muffing. I'm going to add that to the video on tucking.
Hey, it turns out I have another one of your supporters here.
Hi! It's a
Hello, I
party.
love your piece on testicles.
Oh, thank you. That's what we're talking about right now.
Oh,
Hold on, let me give you...
I don't want to interrupt, but thank you so much. You really, like, helped me, like, become an adult, like, learn about myself more, and, like, you know, the destigmatization of all things like sex ed coming from a very conservative family. I really appreciate everything that you've been doing for our country, for culturally, for women, for everyone. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's wonderful. I can't believe I just spoke to Dr. No. I just spoke to Dr. No.
Anyway, this room is filling up, so I'm going to head out.
I can't believe it.
Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye, Kenton.
Dr. No.
Have a good one.
Oh my God.
I can't unplug either, please. Do you have an extension cord? I can unplug the black one, or is it black? Hi. Do you want to meet everybody? Okay, come look. This is not Abby. It's a different dog that looks like Abby, kind of.
Muscular Abby.
All right. Are we almost done with this?
Hope so, because I need my headphones.
Oh, Matthew needs his headphones. Okay.
Pretty soon.
Essentially, the comments are very similar, all about how I hurt them when I slapped the balls and that I should not have eaten them. Okay, friends, do you have anything else we need to talk about before I go and give Matt his gear back? do you think that episode will be done?
I don't know. A lot. Animal wonders done first. Hopefully I will have animal wonders done by 3:30. Then hopefully I can get sessions up before 6.
I've decided to just type everything now. Aw, Europe friendly time. Okay, friends. Take care. I'll be in touch soon. So you want to say goodbye, Matt?
I looked probably very downtrodden when they just
I didn't.
had my head in my hands.